Hello, this is Dr. Do again. This video is outside of medicine. Continue with knowing history through reading. I got a book by Homer and translated by Robert Figo. The book called the Iliad. Probably you have heard about it. So I'm thinking to see whether I can read this book to know history of Greek, the ancient Greek time and the Spartans. Of course, this is very literal and also probably a lot of words if I did not say it right, especially for the names. If I do not pronounce right, please pardon me for that, and I will try to correct it later. I will start from Book 1, the Rage of Achilles. Rage, goddess, sing the rage of Peleus' son, Achilles. Murderous doomed that caused Achaeans countless losses, hurling down to the house of death so many sturdy souls, great fighters' souls, but made their bodies carrion. Feasts for the dogs and the birds, and the wheel of Zeus was moving toward its end. Begin moves when the two first broke and clashed, Agamemnon, lord of man, and brilliant Achilles. What god drove them to fight with such a fury? Apollo, the son of Zeus and Leto. Incensed at the king, he wept a fatal plague. Through the army, men were dying, and all because Agamemnon spurned Apollo's praise. Yes, crisis approached the Achaeans. Fast ships to win his daughter back, bring a priceless ransom, and bearing high in hand, wound on a golden staff, the wrath of the god, the distant deadly archer. He begged the whole Achaean army, but most of all the two supreme commanders, Atreus' two sons, Agamemnon, Menelaus, all Argives geared for war. May the gods who hold the halls of the Olympus give you Priam's city to plunder, then safe passage home. Just set my daughter free, my dear one, here. Accept these gifts, this ransom. Honor the god who strikes from worlds away, the son of Zeus, Apollo. And all ranks of Achaeans cried out their assent. Respect the priest, accept the shining ransom. But it brought no joy to the heart of Agamemnon. The king dismissed the priest with a brutal order, ringing in his ears, "Never again, old man, let me catch sight of you by the hollow ships. Not loitering now, not slinking back tomorrow. The staff and the wraths of God will never save you then. The girl, I won't give up the girl. Long before that, old age will overtake her in my house, in Argos, far from her fatherland, slaving back and forth at the loom, forced to share my bed. Now go. Do not tempt my wrath, and you may depart alive." The old man was terrified. He obeyed the order, trailing away in silence down the shore where the battle lines of breakers crash and drag, and moving off to a safe distance. Over and over the old priest prayed to the son of sleek-haired Leto. "Lord Apollo, hear me, Apollo, god of the silver bow, who strides the walls of Chryse and Sela, sacrosanct. Lord in power of Tenedos, Snithus, god of the plague. If I ever roofed a shrine to please your heart, ever burned the long rich bones of bulls and goats on your holy altar, now bring my prayer to pass. Pay the Danaans back your arrows for my tears. His prayer went up, and Phobos, Apollo, heard him. Down he strode from Olympus' peaks, storming at heart, with his bow and hooded quiver slung across his shoulders. The arrows clanged at his back as the god quaked with rage. The god himself on the march, and down he came like night. Over against the ships he dropped to a knee, let fly a shaft, and a terrifying clash ran out from the great silver bow. First he went for the moles and circling dogs, but then, launching a piercing shaft at the men themselves, he cut them down in droves, and the corpse fired burned on night and day, no end in sight. 9 days the arrows of God swept through the army. On the 10th Achilles called all ranks to muster. The impulse seized him, sent by white-armed Hera, grieving to see Achaeans' fighters drop and die. Once they'd gathered, crowding the meeting grounds, the swift runner Achilles rose and spoke among them. Son of Atreus, now we are beaten back. I fear the long campaign is lost. So home we sail, if we can escape our death, if war and the plague are drawing forces now to crush the Argives. But wait, let us question a holy man, a prophet, even a man skilled with dreams. Dreams as well can come our way from Zeus. Come, someone to tell us why Apollo rages so, whether he blames us for a vow we failed or sacrifice. If only the god would share the smoky savor of lambs and full-grown goats, Apollo might be willing still somehow to save us from this plague. I'm going to stop here, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.